Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're unpacking a mystery that honestly plagues so many of us. We're going to look at why incredibly hardworking people just like you and me, often feel completely broke. We're going to expose these invisible little leaks that are just bleeding your budget dry, and more importantly, figure out how to actually reclaim your financial future.
Let's start with a scenario you might know a little too well. You know, that 3 a.m. panic? You wake up, check your bank account after a totally normal month, and just wonder, wait, where on earth did all my money go? I mean, it's not like you bought a yacht or took a luxury European vacation, right? You just bought groceries and, regular everyday stuff. Yet somehow your bank account is inexplicably empty. It's wild.
Section 1. Meet the convenience tax. It is the ultimate silent drain.
Let's officially define this villain right now. We call it the convenience tax. Basically, these are all those small, totally invisible expenses for everyday conveniences that just quietly siphon away your wealth. This hidden tax is literally the silent drain keeping you from hitting your real financial milestones. It's the exact thing preventing a 5-figure bank balance from ever becoming your reality.
So look, we've been conditioned for decades to think drive-thrus are the affordable option, right? But man, those days are long gone. The reality today is dropping 15 to 20 bucks for a single meal that you're literally eating out of a paper bag. And doing that multiple times a week, that makes thousands of dollars just vanish every single year.
And hey, if you decide to skip the paper bag and actually sit down at a regular restaurant, forget about it. You're easily paying up to 80 or 100 bucks for 2 people once you factor in drinks and a tip. These little everyday convenience choices, they've morphed into a massive financial leak in our lives.
Then, of course, there's the other side of the convenience coin, what we call streaming bloat. You've got your Netflix, your Hulu, Disney+. Oh, and let's not forget that gym membership you probably haven't touched since January. Sure, you think it's only 10 or 15 bucks a month? No big deal. But put them together, and they silently compound into a $1,000 annual drain for things you barely even use.
Add in the intense societal pressure to just hand over thousands of dollars to tech companies for a new phone every 2 years. And let's be totally honest with ourselves for a second. Half the time we're doing this just to get a slightly better camera to, take pictures of that exact $20 burger we just bought. When you stack all of this up, the convenience tax absolutely explodes.
Section 2. The brutal retirement math. Let's look at the harsh reality here.
Let's start with that $1,000. That's the baseline we just identified of annual subscription and convenience bloat. Now, on its own, it kind of seems manageable, right? Like it's just $1,000 a year.
But when we actually project that forward, the impact is pretty devastating. Because of these persistent, invisible leaks, the average American only manages to save an abysmal 6% of their income. Seriously, the money is just flowing out to convenience way faster than it can be saved for the future.
So, what happens after 4 decades of commuting, dealing with bosses, and grinding through the work week? Well, that terribly low savings rate leaves the median 65-year-olds with a retirement balance of just $88,000.
Now, brace yourself for this next number. If you follow standard, safe withdrawal rules for retirement, an $88,000 nest egg gives you exactly $300 a month to live on. Let that sink in. 40 years of hard labor, and your reward is $300 a month. That is just an incredibly raw deal, all because the convenience tax slowly drained your potential wealth over time.
Section 3. The science of saving. Time to change your brain.
Now for the good news. Neuroscientists have discovered something absolutely incredible about this. Saving your first $10,000 actually creates a profound psychological shift. Having that cash cushion literally reduces your cortisol levels, which is your body's primary stress hormone. It physically changes how you experience stress on a day-to-day basis.
And the practical, everyday reality of that lowered cortisol? It's completely life-changing. With a $10,000 foundation sitting safely in the bank, sudden emergencies totally transform. Suddenly, a broken-down car or a leaking roof isn't this massive catastrophe that ruins your whole month. Actually, scratch that. It barely even ruins your day. It just becomes a mild annoyance. You pay for it out of your cushion, and you simply move on.
Section 4. Walking away money. This is the $20,000 game changer.
Hitting $20,000 effectively pulls you right out of survival mode. You enter this brand new space where you possess genuine walking away money. Because you aren't desperate for your very next paycheck just to cover rent, you can negotiate better at work. You have the absolute confidence to walk away from bad situations, and honestly, you just sleep incredibly peacefully at night.
Which brings us to a somewhat harsh but ultimately super liberating truth. You can either look wealthy or you can actually be wealthy.
For most of us, we simply cannot do both. Real wealth is freedom, guys. It's not the appearance of it. Every single dollar you spend on a convenience you don't actually need is a dollar actively stolen from your future index funds and your ultimate financial freedom.
Section 5. The 30-Day Challenge. Let's stop the financial insanity today.
I want to challenge you to a really straightforward 3-step process right now. Step 1. Rigorously track every single dollar you spend for the next 30 days. No exceptions. Step 2. Hunt down those invisible leaks. You know, the unused subscriptions, the overpriced paper bag meals, the status spending. And Step 3. Consciously redirect that convenience tax to build your $10,000 foundation.
Look, the entire financial system around us is basically designed to get you to spend mindlessly. But you have a choice here. You can totally opt out. So, as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with one vital question to think about. What is the exact single convenience tax you are going to walk away from today? Choose to be better than average, take back your financial power, and start building your freedom right now.